So I want to tell you a little bit about how it is that I came upon this. And this is like in the last 24 hours. This is fresh, new information. I started thinking, what is it about my clients that would differentiate those who were very successful in treatment and those who maybe didn't achieve what they wanted? So I took a subset of 90 of my previous clients, okay? So if you're a current client, you're not in this study, so you're okay. But I took 90 previous clients, and I tried to put them into two categories. Those who I had considered a treatment success, which would be defined by they achieved their self-stated goals. This is why we're here in therapy. This is what we'd like to accomplish, that they achieved those goals. That they had a significant symptom reduction. So whatever symptoms they came in with, those were reduced enough that they felt better. And that in my opinion, my clinical opinion, that they had enough skills developed where they could retain the treatment gains for years into the future, okay? So I started categorizing clients. And interestingly enough, with 90 clients, I ended up with 45 in the category that I felt were treatment successes and 45 that I felt were sort of not yet clients, okay? I'm not going to call it treatment failure because, as you either know or will come to know, recovery from addiction is a lifelong process, and it's often been said, and I think this is an accurate statement, it's probably 3 to 5 years of hard labor in recovery before you start to really go, I think we're getting this figured out now. I think we're understanding how this works. And for some people that can be really overwhelming, and as we get into the rest of this presentation, I'm going to show you why you don't have to be afraid of that 3 to 5 year number, okay? And then once I categorized these clients, half and half, I first thought, wow, I have a terrible treatment success rate. It's like you might as well flip a coin and find out whether or not you're going to turn out okay. But then I started thinking, okay, what I really want to know here is what differentiates those clients who, at the end of, say, 12 or 18 months of therapy work and 12-step and all of the other things that they're doing, that those clients came in one day and said, you know what? It's not you, it's us. We're doing a lot better now. We've got to be done seeing you every week. And I'm like, that's great, that's fantastic. What differentiates that from those who either prematurely terminate, right? They just stop coming for whatever reasons, or they finish therapy and they go, you know what? We need to be done. Things aren't the way we need to. They're not turning out the way we want, and this just isn't working anymore. Our life is not going where we want it to go. And I thought maybe I would find, for example, a constellation of character traits that would make up a person who is going to be successful. If you look at the research generally on therapy outcomes, the main consensus is that the primary indicator of whether a person is going to turn out okay after therapy is how distressed they were coming into therapy. So thank you, research, for telling us that if you're really more distressed, you're probably not going to turn out as well as those who didn't come in as distressed. Okay, somebody got paid like $100,000 to do that, I'm sure, to do that study. So that's a cool career. You can get into that. So I started looking and realizing, wow, everybody's so different, okay? Fundamentally different ways of approaching life, different levels of, sort of core skills, different methodologies of change, different passions and interests, all of these characteristics that I was just struggling to find a common theme, governing dynamics of how people turn out okay. Except one thing. One theme continued to come up time after time after time for both addicts and partners, and that was that they had grit.